Hi, in this lesson, we will see about how to download such query report and how we can analyze them and to identify negative keywords and positive keywords. So currently in this lesson, we just see only how to identify negative keywords and how to add them to the campaigns. Okay. So I am going into the engine. This is the engine. So how as I told you, I have set up billing for this account so that you can see some real-time data. Okay, so first thing you need to do whenever you want to do any type of analysis is first you have to select the date range, whether you want to do it for last 7 days or last 15 days, last 1 month, last 60 days, like this. So usually we do it for last 30 days or previous month. Okay, so here I am say you see here this is the date box where you can see different time ranges. So here I am selecting just last 30 days. Okay, you see here. And after selecting the date range, you go to insights and reports here. Okay, and here you see search terms, right? Click on it. So here you can see all the not all the search terms. So as I said, Google don't disclose all the data, but whatever the search terms that are available to our account. Okay, so here we can see search terms that are triggered to our keywords. Okay, to our campaigns in the Google Ads account. Okay, so make sure that based on your requirement, you choose campaign status and ad group status enabled or paused or all campaigns. Okay. So one thing is you have to be very sure is that the date range. You need to be very sure to what date range I need to do the analysis. Okay. After you selecting the date range, just click on download. Go to download here, and you will be having multiple options. Okay. Based on your requirement you can do, or you can download it to Excel, or you can download it to Google Sheets. Here I'm going with the Google Sheets. Okay, just click on it, download. So let's wait few more seconds. So before downloading also you need to make sure that you have the required columns. Here you see we have, these are called the columns. I will tell you about these columns and rows in the next class in detail what are they, but for now just remember that these are called as columns. Okay, this is an clicks column, impressions column, CTR column. Make sure that all columns are present, that is impressions, clicks, cost, conversions and conversion value. As this is just a traffic account, uh, I'm not bothered about these conversions and conversion value. If you are if your client is into e-commerce, make sure that you also add conversion value column. So how to add it? Go to your columns and make sure here you can type conversion value here. You see, or you can just go into this performance, this performance, and add conversion value. Okay, not this one. This conversions, and here you add conversion value and see whether it is added or not. Okay, you see here it is added, and click on apply. Okay, and you will be able to see this conversion value column added. So after that, after having all the required columns, you can go to and download. Okay, so and open the sheet here. I'm opening the sheet. So this is how the sheet looks like. Here we will be having the date range you have selected. Here we will be having different columns, and at the bottom you will be having the totals. Okay, and this is the first column. In this first column you will be having all the search terms that got triggered to your keywords in the campaigns. Okay, so this is just a demo report, just wanted to show you how to download from the real account. So but due to some less data constraints, this is not a good data to analyze the system report, also to explain you. So I have all requested my friend to uh, give some data for the real-time accounts. Okay, and I will show you that data. Okay, for analyzing purpose. So yes, so this is the demo data that I have bought from my friend. Okay, to show you how this uh, such how to do this, how to analyze this search query report. Okay, so before that, whenever you download your data, two things you have to do. One is data arranging and another is data filtering. Okay, so for that, first what we do, I am taking a separate column and I'm keeping this as a raw data file, raw data. Okay, I don't disturb any of this data here. Okay, I'm just copying this into another tab. Fine, copy and paste. So yes, right. I have a copy and pasted here. This is the data, actual data. Don't disturb any of the data in raw data tab. Okay, if you want to make any changes, you can do it in here. Fine. So what are the criteria? Now say how we can do it. Okay, we have to identify negative keywords and we have to identify positive keywords. But in this lesson, we only focus on identifying the negative keywords. Okay, so before that, I have told you data filtering, right? So already we have done it. We have already filtered this data because you see here, right? You see the bottom, you see here we have totals. We don't want this. Okay, we don't want this total columns. We just want this data. That's it, right? So what we can do, what we have done here, right? We have copied this only data and we have pasted here only the data, right? And now what we will do, we will arrange the data. So first is the impressions. Okay, next is the clicks, next is the cost. So arrange it, okay, like this, or just move it, okay, like this. Cost, you don't want to change this column, right? Like this. Looks like it is going away, no worries. And conversions and conversion value, like this you need to arrange your data. Okay, and if you are into any e-commerce, okay, you need to also calculate the ROAS for it. As this is an e-commerce, I am calculating ROAS for it. Just insert column on left and here it is ROAS. So use the formula if error, right? Conversion value, what is the formula? Conversion value by cost comma 0. This is the ROAS formula. Just come down and drag, that's it. So this is not in percentage, this is just in number format. That's it. Okay, so now we have to identify only the negative keywords, right? Hmm, keywords. Fine. So how can we do it? So there are different ways, to do this analysis. So some do it by 80 by 20 analysis, some keep like filters, some keep some criteria into it. Okay, so I will show you few different methods. So first I will show you 80 by 20 analysis, how we can do it. So I am copying this entire data again, and again I am pasting it here. So it will take some time because as we have more data, right? Now we got it. So just keep filters here, right? Now for the cost, arrange it in highest to lowest, right? This is the highest to lowest cost. So now what you will do, insert a column here. Okay, we calculate the percentage of that cost. Okay, percentage of cost. I am keeping it here as percentage of cost, right? So how will you do it? Go to come here at the bottom, add 100 rows, right? Alt equal to, okay, sum if sum and this date range, right? This is the total sum of this entire systems, and you need to calculate the percentage of this cost. So what is the percentage of this divided by this total cost? So now keep it in percentage form. You see here, the percentage is 5%. That means this 300 is 5% of 5,000 rupees. Okay. So you need to calculate it for total rows here. So before that, we need to log this formula actually. So we need to log this formula. To do so, click on F4. It comes no. Okay. Let's add a dollar symbol here. Okay. So that it will be logged dollars here. Right. Now I will come here and drag it down. You see here, we have calculated percentage for all these rows. What is the percentage? Now what we will do, we will take 80% of this cost. Why I am taking cost? Why I am taking cost criteria? Because when you identify these negative keywords, for identifying these negative keywords, you need to look for cost only. The main purpose of identifying the negative keywords is to reduce the wastage of spend, right? The main motto here is to reduce the wastage of the spend, as I have discussed in the previous lesson. So when a user comes into search engine and types a query, our ad appears, right? So he clicks on our ad, and every time the same similar search query comes, the users comes and clicks on our ad. But so due to the same reasons, they exit our website without any purchase. So there is a wastage of spend, right? Users clicking on our ad and they are not purchasing anything, so there will be wastage of spend. We need to first control that wastage of spend, and we can do it by identifying such irrelevant negatives, by identifying analyzing this such query reports only. It is possible only in this way only. Okay. So for it, here I am identifying 80% of the cost. Okay. So again, you keep it in highest to lowest, right? Identify 80% of the cost, right? Just go on like this. You see here at the bottom, you can see. Okay. Yeah, just keep it as some only. This 35%. We need to identify 80%. Okay. Just 80% of the rows. It is 48%, 58%, 64, 65%. This is 71%. This is 75%. This is 80%. Right? You got me right. You are getting me. Why I am taking only 80%? Because most of the spend is here only, right? What you will do in analyzing other search terms? See, this 80% of the search terms, we have around the count you see here. We have around 14,000 such terms. So do you think 14,000 such terms we can analyze in a single day? So it is possible. I am not saying it is not possible, but it is not a good strategy to analyze each and every search term. So as a better strategy, we need to focus on the search terms that we are getting more clicks, that we are getting on more conversion. I mean more cost only. Okay. So here I am taking only 80% of the cost, which means the most of the portion of our total spend. Okay. So you are getting me my point, right? So here also this is 80% of the cost. Okay. Again, in this 80% of the cost, I am only taking those such terms that we have got zero conversions. If you see here, again I am filtering out one more criteria. So here we have taken 80% of the cost, and in this 80% of the cost, I only want those such terms which have zero conversions. Okay, if it is not a good idea, right? So it is not optimum or to take the such terms that have conversions greater than zero, right? You are getting my point. So here I am here I am taking filter by color, text color. Okay. So what is the count? So the count is, let's see what is the count. Yeah, 368. The count is 368. Out of 368, I only want those such terms that where we got zero conversions. Okay. Then only we can identify the negative terms. If you take one conversion or if you take conversions greater than zero, so it is not a good strategy, right? to take those conversions, because we are getting conversions for those such terms. Why we should look for negative terms in those such terms, right? So we have to look for the negatives that where we are not getting conversions, plus we are having cost. In that way we can reduce cost. Okay, so this is the criteria we have taken. So now let's see what is the count. Count is 326, right? So now I'm copying this one into the next sheet here. So what we can give, this is 80% of the cost, right? Right. So in this, you have to identify your you have to identify the such terms that you want to negate. Okay, how we can do it? So this is the such terms report, and this is the keyword. This is a strategy which we can follow, and just drag it here. Okay, we want the match type. Yeah, right. Let's arrange them. You know what is happening with it, right? We also want this match type. So insert a column here, insert column on left. Just copy this and paste. Yeah, right, like this. Right. Delete this column. Now, here you can add two more columns actually. We'll tell you why you have to add two more columns. Insert column on left, and again insert column on left. So when you identify any negative keywords, you have to know the reason also, right? And you need to also define at which level you need to add those negative keywords. Okay, level. At which level you need to add those levels. And okay, so here if you see, so this is American stationery. This is relevant because we have the same keyword, right? And high quality stationery. Like this, you need to check. Okay, logo thank you cards, ordinary order stationery, high quality stationery, engraved Christmas cards. Like this, you need to check each and every such term and make sure that whether these are present in our what we say, whether we are present with our client or not. So you need to identify what are the keywords. Let's say this is a keyword uh, that is uh, that is our competitor. Okay, let's take this as Digistore Pros. Okay, this is a competitor keyword. Okay, that got triggered to this one. Okay, you just highlight it. Okay, simply highlight it and comment here. Okay, what is this? What is this such term? So this is a competitor. Okay, this is a competitor. At what level you want to add it? We want to add it at account level. We don't want to trigger our search terms to trigger those competitor search terms to our keywords, right? Just we add it at the account level. Okay, and let's say this is something irrelevant. Okay, just you need to add it at only at the campaign level. I don't want to get triggered from this campaign, so this is somewhat irrelevant. Okay, you just add it, and I want to add it at the only campaign level. Okay, and so let's take few. Okay, this is also a competitor, so I will show you how we can do this. Okay, how we can add these as count level, right? And let's say this is something some unparliamentary words that got triggered to our uh, keywords. Okay, let's what we will keep here. When will, let's say like this, when will end. Okay, so this is some kind of keyword that is very dangerous, so we don't want such terms also to get triggered to our keywords. So what we do it, what we highlight it, and we simply keep it as irrelevant. So we simply keep it at unpleasant, improper words, proper terms. right? And we add it at the account level. Okay, we don't want such terms to get triggered to our uh, keywords. And let's say this is something keyword like mm, how ad, how Google and Google will disrupt, right? So this is a search term. Let's assume that this is a search term that got triggered to our keyword. Okay, so you don't want this keyword, right? Search term to get triggered. So again, this is something improper, and I don't want this to trigger to my keywords. So you are getting my point, right? So after analyzing all the search terms like this, so how we can add it. So here I'm again filtering them. I'm adding filter, and here I'm sorting them, sort by text color like this. So these are the negative keywords that we have decided to add as negatives in the account. Okay, so now how we can do it. So let's say let's add these keywords at the first at the campaign level only. So there is one keyword that we need to add at the campaign level. Okay, so take this keyword, and you need to also decide to at which match type. So to which match type we need to add these keywords. Okay, so our so in general how we can do is we can make these search terms as exact only. Okay, that is the ideal strategy, but based on your requirement, based on your understanding, you can decide the negative keyword match type as well. Okay, so here I'm adding one more column. So let's add it here. Okay, so negative keyword suggested match type, right? Word suggested match type. I'm keeping like this, and I'm keeping it them as exact only. Okay, because we don't want them to trigger as exact. Okay, so these are the columns, right? So first we add it at the campaign level. Okay, so take this Christmas card and go to this campaign. So as this is a demo data, we don't have these campaigns in our account, but just to show you, let's assume that this is the same campaign. Okay, this is the same campaign. Go to this campaign and go to keywords, here keywords and negative keywords, click on add and campaign. Okay, here just copy this card and copy this search term and add it here. Make sure that the syntax is also properly used and save. That's it. You have added this at the campaign level. And how we add it at the account level? So here we have account level negatives as well. But here we have also distinguished two variants. One is the competitor and another is the improper terms. You can simply add them at the account level. Okay, just copy these search terms, go to engine, account settings, and here where it is, this is the negative keywords, simply add here. Okay, by using the proper syntax, but we can do it so, but there is another best practice where we can add these negative. Okay, so that is the negative shared list. Okay, what it is the negative shared list. So go to settings. Okay, shared library, here exclusion list. You see here negative keyword list. This is the negative keyword list. So we can have up to 20 negative keyword lists. So what is this negative keyword list? So we can have a list, or we can group a similar kind of negative keywords, and we can name that group. Okay, so that we can identify what kind of negative keywords these are, and we can and with that group, that negative list, we can assign that negative list to the campaigns. Okay, each and every campaign. You are getting my point, right? So this is a good strategy in order to add negative keywords. So in negative keywords also we will be having different types. As I said here, we have competitor, some irrelevant terms. Like this, we will be having different terms based on the client business. So we can instead of adding them at the account level where there is no way to identify which keyword is into belongs to which category, but you if you add those negative keywords through this shared list, in that way you can identify this keyword belongs to this category. Okay, like this. Okay, so here we have two negative shared lists. So let's create this in the shared list only. Okay, adding those at the account level is it is a easy method, but I don't think it is a good strategy. Okay, this is a good strategy actually, adding those negatives at the with the negative keyword list, because we can identify and we can assign whether we want this particular campaign to follow those negative keywords or not, to obey these negative keywords or not. We can define them, that also I will show you. So here the first thing is the improper terms, right? So click on negatives. What is this list name? Improper terms, right? And what are the keywords here? These two, copy and paste. So you can name as per your identification. Okay, this is exact match, right? Just make sure that the symbols are properly added. That's it. Okay, save. After creating this list, so you need to assign the campaigns also. That means if you click on it and you need to apply which campaign should obey this negative keywords. Okay, to which campaigns these negative keywords should be applicable. So when you apply those campaigns, all the campaigns present in this list will also obey these negative keywords. That means which whenever a user comes and types such query, these campaigns present in this list won't get triggered to those such terms. Okay, so apply, and I am applying like this based on the. You can also choose to which campaigns this has to be applied, to which campaigns this need not to be applied. Okay, click on done. That's it. That is that easy and a good practice as well. And the next is account competitors, right? Yeah, click on here, competitors, exact match, right? Copy and paste like this. That's it. And you need to assign the campaigns here. Let's say I want only this campaign now, and done. That's it. That campaign, this campaign. So as this campaign is present in this list, so when a user searches these queries, the ads won't get triggered from this campaign. Okay. So if you want, you can also confirm these here. You go to negative keywords. Where is it? Yeah. The campaign, go to negative keywords. Here, you see here the list, which list is assigned to which campaign. You can also see the data in the negative search keywords here in this page. Okay. You are getting me right, how to add these negatives strategically, so that we can benefit, uh, so that we can optimize our campaigns much effectively. So this is how we can do it more effectively. So I hope you have understood this lesson, how to identify those irrelevant search terms and how to add those negative keywords in our accounts. So we will meet in the next class, where we will be discussing about how to identify the positive keywords.